Someone should take his phone away.
Wow.
Elon Musk, time to drop the really big bomb, right? And I thought this was going to be on Iran.
So it's funny.
The craziest thing I've ever heard. If you're going to lie to me, do it good.
Have a nice day. Jesus Christ.
What you just witnessed was the moment that Elon Musk destroyed Trump's relationship with the manosphere. I'm going to show this and a few other recent moments where these comedians realized what many of us have known since the 1980s. Donald Trump is a con man. I'm going to show you how they were duped into thinking Trump's cool, and then plot a course for how to possibly solidify this divide and end once and for all what may be the dumbest era in all of political media. But first, Joe Rogan and Kash Patel realizing that Trump gets his mail sent to Epstein Island.
Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Jesus Christ.
I'm not participating in any of that conversation
What is
between
he?
Elon
Have
and
a
Trump.
nice day, DJT. Someone should take his phone away.
They're going back and forth about different things. And
Does he know that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files? Or does he have access to the Epstein files?
I don't know how he would, but I'm just staying out of the Trump Elon thing. That's way outside
What
my.
the f- are they doing?
I know my lane, and that ain't it.
Meanwhile, in Drunk Manistan, Theo Vaughn and J.D. Vance reading the same Elon tweet.
Wow.
Elon Musk, time to drop the really big bomb, right? And I thought this was going to be on Iran.
So it's funny. I haven't even seen.
Right?
I haven't even seen this one. First of all, absolutely not. Donald Trump didn't do anything wrong with Jeffrey Epstein. The guy is whatever the Democrats and the media says about him. That's totally BS.
Yeah, and whatever Trump's vice president says about him is totally true. I mean, a normal person on that show would be like, oh yeah, I totally saw a bunch of photos of Donald Trump and Jeff Epstein cutting a rug together with kids. Oh, and it is a little weird when a lot of people on the right are like, I hope all child sex traffickers die. And meanwhile, Donald Trump saying this about Ghislaine Maxwell.
I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
But no, these guys defend their dear leader. And they think they'll get away with it because they've become mainstays of the Manosphere podcasts. Can't believe people believe Kash Patel at all. The guy's the worst poker face in the world, described by this one tweet as Kash Patel always looks like he's trying a bidet for the first time. But the men of the O-sphere are catching on. Here's Tim Dillon picking apart Kash's response to one of the most obvious accusations on the planet.
You can't find someone better at lying than this. You can't find someone better at lying than this. We're not going to re-victimize women. What? We're not going to put that shit back out there. It's not happening. Because then he wins. Not doing it. You want to hate me for it? Fine. Again,
Can't you blur the women?
Play out.
Stop that for a minute. The craziest thing I've ever heard. Just blur the women. Why wouldn't you just blur the victim? We certainly have the 1997 technology utilized on Current Affair or Entertainment Tonight to blur the victim. No, Zillow uses that technology when you're selling a house and the house next to it doesn't want to be sold. We use it there.
If there was a video of some guy committing felonies,
But there is.
and I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
Yes, that's why everyone's confused. This is my favorite part of this whole thing. He goes, if there are videos of people committing crimes on that island, but hold on. Pam Bondi said there were videos. She's the attorney general. She goes, there's hundreds of hours of video. That's a quote from Pam. But get the Pam Bondi quote up by the videos. If you're going to lie to me, do it good. If there were videos and I had them, do you have them? If I had them, you'd see them. Do you have What's happening? Do you have them? Where are they? What's happening?
What's happening is you are finally discovering that Trump is the con man we all have known him to be for decades. You just didn't pick up on his con man lies because you just aren't used to a politician lying to you this way. You're used to a politician lying like this.
Do you know what he's talking about with the Epstein files? I mean, what is, and why haven't those files been released? Have you? I mean, some of your members have said they got to be released.
As Kash said in the vignette earlier, he's
You'll
FBI. That's not my lane. I don't know. I can tell you that I don't think we have no concern about President Trump or his involvement or any of that.
We're going to try to get to the bottom of this, and everybody out there is an American like every other American, and together we will overcome. Compared to that, Trump's still lying. He just lies differently. Trump just lies like a guy at a party trying to you. I mean, that's the decoder ring. That is how Trump has convinced these guys that he's cool. I mean, watch the lies from J.D. Vance. This is amazing, okay? He lies like a guy who just found out that his buddy got caught cheating on his girlfriend. I've seen it a million times. The first two reactions are denial that he's even aware that this happened. And then he buys time by saying, like, first of all.
Right? I haven't even seen this one. First of all.
And then it's just like word salad of disjointed denials that don't really make sense when you evaluate them.
Absolutely not. Donald Trump didn't do anything wrong with Jeffrey Epstein. The guy is, whatever the Democrats and the media says about him, that's totally BS.
Cool. Good point. That accusation came from Elon Musk, you dumbass, who is neither the Democrats nor the media. You're just a frat boy covering for his ride or die, and sadly, this is the part where you're dying. Now, all the guys in the manosphere are at different stages of grief, coming to terms with the fact that Trump doesn't actually love them. Joe Rogan is obviously in the bargaining stage. Just listen to his response when he discovered that Abrego Garcia was sent out of America without due process.
But then there's also legitimate arguments on the other side. Like the other side is making a very legitimate argument about the right to due process if you get processed and shipped out of the country and put in a prison in El Salvador. Like, what is that? When you fight monsters, be careful that you don't become one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very important. It's very important. You know, you can't do that.
So can I still love Donald and not be a monster? I mean, even in this little moment when he read the Elon tweet.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not participating in any of that conversation
What is
between
he?
Elon
Have a
and Trump.
nice day, DJD. Someone should take his phone away.
How about this bargain? Instead of getting to the bottom of it, can we just take his phone away? Tim Dillon, whose show is my favorite of all of them, seems to be experiencing all the different stages of grief at the same time. He's reacting to this story where J.D. Vance's sugar daddy, Peter Thiel, a mega jillionaire, seems to be behind this plan that Trump has for a deep state deportation deal where Palantir, Peter Thiel's company, is going to be contracted by Trump to build a database of personal information on American citizens. And Trump has done a pretty good job of appealing to people who, how do I put this, would hate something like that. Here's Tim Dillon's response.
Is the administration that got elected to purge the deep state actually using the deep state to compile a list of data on all the people that live here? This shadowy company Palantir that works with the CIA and the military. If you don't have any reservations about Palantir taking everyone's information, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust you.
And hilariously, he's reacting the way that a girl would at a party when she realizes this guy doesn't like me. He's just trying to close the deal.
I think they're buying people left and right. This is my guess. They try to buy me. My it costs a lot of money. I've been invited to Thiel's house multiple times for dinner. I don't go. I've sat in these houses in Austin with these tech people. I know what they want, and I know what they want me to go out and cheerlead for and say, well, it's actually a great idea, and there's probably a lot of money in it. There's probably a lot of money, and I just can't do it.
But even he knows that there's a ton of people who are going to pounce at this because it's hard to make a living in media.
My prediction, and I don't want to name names because I don't know, but my prediction is you're going to see a lot of people over the next 6 months start thinking this list's a great idea. This is going to happen. These hoes out here are going to sell for cheap.
So the levee is breaking. These high-profile, rich podcasters are seeing a little bit of the light. And there's a lot of people in the center and the left who are rejoicing that they are all fighting each other and think that that in itself is a victory. I hate to break it to you, it's not. The question is, how do you point them in the right direction while they're on the rebound? And the answer is people on the left do need to go into these spaces and have these conversations. You can't just rely on your opponent to keep making mistakes. So far, Pete Buttigieg has done it, Bernie Sanders has done it, Cenk Uygur's done it, Hassan Piker's done it. In today's media environment, you're either talking to your own audience in your own audience's algorithm, which, let's face it, is what I'm doing right now, or you have to find a way to get into their algorithm to talk directly to them. And what it takes is courage, an ability to talk to someone for 3 hours and seem normal and not like a politician making a political point. And most importantly, you have to have a good argument that offers an alternative. And you can get through to these people. Here is Haas on Theo Vaughn's show doing just that.
For everyday people, is fucked up and they recognize it, but they don't know who is responsible for it. And they become so malleable and so open to responding to anybody that will recognize their frustration and say, it's actually because of this and that. And I think Trump tapped into that so perfectly. And that's why he won. That's why he defeated the Democrats so handily, because he was like, yes, you're angry. I'm angry too. Why are you angry? Because woke libtards, because DEI, because trans people, because undocumented immigrants. Undocumented immigrants aren't your fucking landlord. They're not the one who's raising the price of rent. They don't own the mega corporations. They're not sitting at the board of BlackRock. You know what I mean? It's not a Guatemalan migrant that's sitting at the board of BlackRock, purchasing all the houses. They're not the real estate developers that refuse to add to the much needed supply of housing.
Yeah, and instead put a rag and bone in every town, dude.
I hate rag and bone.
Well, it's just like, dude, but no, man, it's interesting. I never really heard it put like that. Like, you have to approach people with something they can point a finger at, and it's whatever they're pointing at is close enough where they feel like it can be reached.
Oh, shit, that kind of worked. And we need to focus on those wedge issues and drive them apart. And it's pretty easy with all the hypocrisies Trump has. Let's see how people do this weekend when the anti-war Trump fans come face to face with the fact that Trump is spending $100 million on a military parade and promised to cut the military budget, but instead expanded it by a whole bunch. All right, that's my time. Keep working at it. Keep trying hard. And you know what? You'll have abs in no time. Thanks.